Welcome to my castle.
So you're Ganondorf. I've been dying to meet you.
Your people have long amused me, Midna, to defy the gods with such petty magic, only to be cast aside. How very pathetic. Pathetic as they were, though, they have served me well. Their anguish was my nourishment. Their hatred bled across the void and awakened in me. I drew deep of it and grew strong again. Your people had some skill, to be sure, but they lacked true power. The kind of absolute power that those chosen by the gods wield. He who wields such power would make a suitable king for this world, don't you think?
Ha! Such conceit. But if you are one of the chosen wielders of power as you claim, then I will risk everything to deny you.
Shadow has been moved by light, it seems. How amusing. Very well. Deny me then. Yes, try to deny me. You and your little friend.
Qui-Gon!
Both of you faithless fools who would dare to take up arms against the King of Light and Shadow. So you choose, and so you shall feel my wrath!
I can see up your skirt. So ladies and gentlemen, here we are, the first phase of the final battle of this entire game, Ganon's puppet Zelda. Of course, they had to bring back the whole puppet spiel from previous games, but here, this is a very simple first phase, and it is basically probably the easiest one out of any of the fights. So here, of course, we just have to deflect the electricity back. If you're playing on the Wii, it's a little bit difficult because of the delayed reaction of the swings. So, yeah, you just might want to be a little bit careful about that. And, of course, Zelda only has 3 moves here, which include, but are not limited to, that very move that she did right there with the electricity, which is the only way we can actually hurt her. Our sword and anything else does not affect her. She's got this lunge thing there that she will rarely hit you. You just have to keep strafing and you'll be fine. And this third one right here, which she'll probably be doing... No, she's doing this one. Wow, that she often spams the other attack to hell and back, so I guess we can go ahead and do this. Actually, you know what? This is a Zelda game. We need to do this the old-fashioned way with the fairy in the bottle. Oh, yes. Fairy in a bottle, yeah. So, there, we can actually use the bottle in this game, which is kind of funny. And if you're on the Wii, I highly recommend you using this tactic at the expense of having one empty bottle, because the reaction is a lot less delayed when you're pressing a button as opposed to swinging with the motion sensor, so just keep that in mind. Now, our third attack should be coming up here pretty soon, which is also pretty easy to guard against, but she's going to keep doing the stab here, which is something she does not really do too often on my other playthroughs. She usually spams her third attack, if you guys know what I'm talking about. That's the one she usually opens on. And so right here, alright, so you want to watch out not staying in that triangle there of death. It'll do damage, obviously, and that's probably her most devastating move, since that's the only one you'll probably ever get caught off guard in case she hits you really, like, cheaply with it. And is she gonna... Ooh, she's gonna do this again. Why are you doing that? Okay, fine. Whatever floats your boat then, sister. Alright, so... yeah, very unformidable. Just kind of another excuse to have another puppet in this game, I guess. So here, we're already on the third one. We only have to hit her 3 times with this, so that's not too bad. So there... wow, that was, like, an awesome thing. He, like, put away his sword and, like, took out the bottle, like, immediately. So just go back and forth with that. And, ooh, I almost did that a little too early. I like how he's, like, looking at what he's scooping up. He's not even looking at Zelda. But with that, we finished the first phase, and oh my god. Is that Zelda's orgasm noise, or... never mind. Oh my god, Midna. Christ.
She killed the princess! Oh, just kidding. She's fine. False alarm.
Oh, Link.
Wait, that asshole's gonna teleport right behind me. I knew it!
So, of course, this is not the end of Ganondorf as we had previously thought. And I love this part right here with Midna. Just look at that pose right there, God. That reminds me so much of Jak and Dax. I don't know about you guys, but just the similarities between the two, like between Link and Jak, you know, the blonde hair, the elven nature of their, you know, physical stature and all that stuff. They're silent protagonists, not, you know, notwithstanding. So here we are, you guys. The second phase of the final fight. Here we've got, yes, Dark Beast Ganon. This guy is not too difficult. He's got a couple of tricky tricks up his sleeve, and he's a little bit cheap sometimes. The first thing we're going to want to do, you'll notice that thing on his forehead. We're actually going to have to hit that with an arrow. But first we're going to run out of the way, because when you hit him with an arrow, by the time it takes us to actually notch one to stick into his skull, which does not... as if I could just say right now, does not have his life story on it, then he'll slide a lot and he'll probably hurt us there. So actually, let's go ahead and do this right now first. There's a fairy in this room we can grab. I think I might as well grab it since we went ahead and wasted the other one. The waste was not in vain. So look how far he goes. If you're too close, then you're pretty much screwed on that front. So let's go find that one real fast. I think whoa, it usually shows up right down in this area. So let's grab that. And you, my friend, you can come back to join us, because we actually have no need for a fairy ever again, so I'm sorry, you're going to be stuck in there for a pretty long time, you know. Fairy in a bottle. Oh, and he's going to jump off from the ceiling a couple times. Eventually he's going to discover our tactics, and we're going to have to face him a couple different ways with other couple things that we're going to have to deal with him here. Is he going to start going? Yeah, there is the portal. All right, so now he's going to start thinking with the portals, and his little mischievous shenanigans are going to continue on as he continues doing that nonsense. So let's try and get him, shall we? You can only get him when his head is flashing, come on, it's flashing white. Come on, there it is. All right, and run away. All right. And now over here, same thing, just great spin it. I guess great spin is probably the best thing you could do at this point, or you could do a combo on it. That works equally as well. But he's going to start getting a little vicarious with these portal hops here. So let's... oh, there he is. The purple ones are the ones he's going to jump out. And, of course, after a while, he's going to figure out our schemes and our tactics. So we're going to have to wait for Midna to chime in and tell us an alternate way to defeat this adversary, which we have to do after hitting him 3 times with the thing here. So right there, we got to wait one more time. I don't think we do have to wait for Midna, but I think it does make it easier to wait for her. So he's going to always dodge it, so don't even worry about it. And I think I already said it, but the portal will turn purple when he decides to come through it, which is, of course, a very manly color. So now, Midna, are you going to say anything? Yeah, number 3. So with that, oh, there's his shadow. He's changing his strategy. Not only can you not confuse him, but you won't be able to attack. Beast against beast. How about matching an evil beast against a sacred beast? Well, you know what? There's... yeah, about that. Did you see the size of him? Would you just look at him? So, of course, we're going to have to go into a power struggle against Ganondorf. And this is a little bit unfortunate because he's a little tricky to get into your grasp. So, basically, what I would recommend is as he's coming out of a portal, try and Z-target him and then go backwards as he's running towards you so you have time to press A. It basically works as the goat minigame that we had in the very beginning of the game where Link had to manhandle that son of a bitch. So right here, press A, just push it, and then go ahead and throw him off to the side. And here we're going to overpower you. American Dream Denial is not in your favor. There it is. All right. Now we can go make Animal Instincts on your stomach. I was going to say your face, which would have been equally as equally as nice. So there we've defeated the second incarnation of Ganon here, which always happens to be some giant beast that apparently delivers no relevance to the story whatsoever. I mean, if there's some reason why he's a giant pig with tusks, I mean, would you just look at him? With that being said and done, ladies and gentlemen, Princess, I say nothing, Minna. Your heart and mine were as one, however briefly. Such suffering you have endured. What are you? Minna, no, what are you doing? I didn't mean to say you betrayed us all these times. No. Spirits of the light, wielders of the great power that shines far and wide upon the lands of our world. In my hour of need, grant me the light to banish evil. Ellison. Chosen hero. Lend us the last of your power. Well, sorry, I kind of already obliged Solid Russell on that front. I'll try to slow Ganondorf with my light arrows. You target him and keep him within the range of my arrows. So yes, if you could not have already guessed by this point, we've got kind of a rehash of the King Bulbin battle that we had before, except Ganondorf is the one at the... Yeah, he's gonna start out cheap like that. So the first... I don't really like this phase at all. This is probably what destroys this final fight is this, and I have no idea what relevance this has, but of course Ganondorf is on the offensive, and he's closing in on us. Oh, no! Oh, damn it! Alright, well, it doesn't really matter. We don't really have to worry about taking damage at this point because we're pretty much set to go for the rest of this fight, so let's go ahead and watch out. I guess cheese it a little bit, I guess. I mean, he's just going to be over there. We have to be behind Ganondorf in order for Zelda to notch an arrow and get it on him. Now, the problem with this is that it's the AI aiming for him, and she is not really the greatest shot. I mean, you'd think that being royalty and all that, she would be a badass at this. I mean, God. With that, she is 2 for 2. Just watch me eat my words a little more, ladies and gentlemen. So we only have to hit him 4 times. Our Great Spin doesn't work on Estrella if I didn't already make that explicitly clear. And I don't know what is going on with Zelda today, but we kicked his ass. Zelda went 3 for 3. Now, it normally takes 4 hits for that, but I guess the regular spin must have helped a little bit. Wow. Good going, Zelda. Thanks for making me eat my words. You know, every other playthrough I've done of this, and I've gotten terrible scores with you, but thank you for being so kind, lady. Anyway.
An impressive looking blade, but nothing more. Would you hear my desire? To take this foul blade and use it to blot out the light forever.
Alright, you guys. This is it, and that barrier just appeared out of nowhere, it seems, but we are off on a one-on-one sword duel with the Dark Lord Ganondorf, his final incarnation of this fight. Now, he is a little annoying in this fight. Now, watch here. Right here you can get a chance. I screwed up really badly there. Chance basically is a button mashing thing where you get to go in a power struggle with Ganondorf. It's okay, I guess, and something I really don't like about this fight is that the camera never centers around you, and like I've complained about in the past, the controls are altered depending on how it looks from your perspective of the camera. The changes to your controller are always going to be different. So if I'm trying to go to the left, I have to press up now to keep strafing there. And so there's that. And I'm not really trying at this point, but I guess we can, okay. Alright, you know what? Do you really want me to try Ganondorf? Alright, I'm going to start trying. So something I have kind of held off on explaining a little bit is that we have quite possibly one of the best weapons in this entire game, and I didn't want to spoil it over the course of the game, but we actually got it fairly early on. And ladies and gentlemen, I just want to tell you the weapon that will be used to thwart the Prince of Darkness is in fact